Tonight's debate addresses a fundamental question of American political philosophy and legal interpretation. Should the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights be viewed as a cohesive trilogy that informs our understanding of law and governance? Or should the Declaration be treated as a separate, inspirational document with no legal authority over the Constitution or Bill of Rights? Let's begin with opening statements.
Thank you. The American founding should be seen as a trilogy, not three unrelated writings, but a single arc of principles, structure, and rights. The Declaration of Independence lays out the moral foundation, the why of America: natural rights, liberty, and the consent of the governed. The Constitution provides the framework, the how, a system designed to preserve those principles through checks, balances, and federalism. The Bill of Rights asserts the limits, the what-not, protections to ensure the government cannot violate those same natural rights. To treat the Declaration as irrelevant to the Constitution is like quoting Scripture, but ignoring Genesis. The founders were not schizophrenic. They believed in a coherent system rooted in the Enlightenment. Reading these texts in isolation creates a fragmented and incomplete view of American law and purpose.
Thank you. While the Declaration of Independence is a powerful philosophical document, it is not part of the United States legal framework. It was written in 1776 to justify rebellion, not governance. The Constitution, ratified in 1788, replaced the failed Articles of Confederation and marked the start of a legal republic, not a moral crusade. The Declaration is aspirational. The Constitution is operational. Courts do not cite the Declaration to decide constitutional questions. It's not enforceable. If you try to blend it with the Constitution, you risk replacing law with ideology and giving unelected judges the power to impose values not found in the text. That's dangerous to both democracy and the rule of law.
But that's the problem. If we strip the Constitution of its philosophical roots, we make it morally hollow. How do we know what liberty means without the Declaration? The Ninth Amendment protects unenumerated rights. But what rights? The Declaration gives context. Also, the Supreme Court has referenced the Declaration in cases like Obergefell and Dred Scott. It influences our evolving understanding of justice. To ignore it is to ignore the soul of the Republic.
Invoking the Declaration in modern jurisprudence is rare and often controversial. It is a rhetorical tool, not a source of law. You can believe in its principles without claiming it binds our legal system. What happens when different people interpret those principles differently? Do we legislate based on Jefferson's vague ideals or the actual clauses ratified by the people? We already have a method to change the Constitution. It's called amendment, not reinterpretation through poetic documents.
If we abandon the Declaration, we forget why the system exists at all. The Constitution was not written in a vacuum. Its authority comes from the revolution that preceded it, and that revolution was justified by principles laid out in the Declaration. If you cut out its moral compass, you risk drifting into tyranny by process alone.
Inspirational documents have value, but not as law. The Constitution is the binding contract among Americans. The Declaration explains our birth, but it does not govern us. Conflating the two only confuses legal interpretation and opens the door to judicial overreach. Let each document serve its purpose, separately.
Thank you to both of our speakers for a thought-provoking exchange. Whether you see America's founding documents as a single arc of liberty or as distinct pillars with different purposes, this debate cuts to the heart of how we understand our rights, our laws, and our identity as a nation. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Should the Declaration of Independence shape how we read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights? Or should it remain a separate, symbolic beginning to our story? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, challenge ideas, not each other. If this made you think, please take a minute to drop a like. It's always free to subscribe and ensure you see future debates. And please share this with anyone who might have a point of view that could further the debate. See you next time.